Welcome back to Ask Dr. Black, a small moment in time dedicated to the betterment of your mental health. I'm Dr. Sabrina Black of Abundant Life Counseling and Coaching. My mission is to provide hope, help, and healing. This is the place to be to get those questions answered that you've always wanted to ask and didn't know where to go. Questions regarding mental health, family, relationships, stress, trauma, drama, whatever it may be. Write your question and drop it in the link below or in the comment section. We'll be selecting one question a week and maybe it will be yours. You ready? Let's get started. The question is, what is the difference between anxiety and depression? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, let me say that depression and anxiety are the two most common disorders in the world. Let me tell you some of the similarities before I tell you the differences. They are both treatable. Did you hear that? You can recover from both depression and anxiety with or without medication. They are both treatable and you can recover. Both depression and anxiety causes impairment in your daily functioning. They both also impact your relationships in various ways. So how are they different? So let's first talk about anxiety. Anxiety is high alert. It creates this intense worry and or fear that makes you want to run. It's that flight or fight response. When you think about anxiety is heart palpitations, it's the anticipation of what might happen next, it's not knowing what to do, it's that overwhelming sensation that you're going to make a mistake, that you're going to be rejected, that people won't understand you. When you think about anxiety is dealing with real and or perceived, that real and or imaginary occurrences and or situations. You can have anxiety as it relates to any number of situations. So when we talk about anxiety keeps you on edge. It keeps you hypervigilant. It keeps you looking over your shoulders and wondering what happened and what's getting ready to happen. We talk about anxiety. Anxiety leads to sweaty palms and your heart racing and just not being able to concentrate, not being able to focus. Anxiety. More people suffer from anxiety than they really want to admit and or acknowledge. Sometimes people are silently dealing with anxiety because they're so busy worrying internally that they don't even get a chance to speak out loud. Depression, on the other hand, is really indicated by the immobility to just move forward. It's feeling stuck. When you're dealing with somebody who is depressed, depression is this sense of hopelessness, helplessness, even worthlessness, sometimes to the point of despondency and despair. Depression can lead to suicidal ideation and even suicide. You can spend a lot of time thinking about how life would be better if you just were not here. When you talk about depression is more than just sadness. Sometimes being depressed is really just being numb. It's being blah, feeling like whatever. You don't care. It doesn't matter. When a person is depressed, they feel like literally the weight of the world is pressing them down, that they can't imagine getting up and getting moving because something has got a grip on them. That's depression. When you think about depression is not wanting to eat or eating too much, not wanting to sleep or sleeping too much. So it's that idea of just insomnia or restlessness. It's sleeping and not getting rested. When a person is dealing with depression, they don't find desire or excitement in things that they usually find fun. It's just like, okay, whatever. When a person is depressed, it feels like life really isn't just worth living. It's like, why bother? So if you're feeling anxious and or depressed, remember, it's treatable. If you're anxious or depressed, there's hope, there's help, and there is healing. So even though these are the two most common disorders there are in the world, many people are getting treatment and many people are getting better. You can be one of them. Thanks for joining me. And as always, remember, this was just a few tips and some quick advice. It does not serve as a counseling session. If you're in need of mental health assistance right away, please call 911 or go to your nearest hospital emergency room. However, if you'd like to schedule an appointment, please fill out the new client form below by clicking the link, and someone from our office will get in touch with you to get you scheduled for an appointment. In the meantime, please don't suffer in silence. Call someone who cares. I do.